Hey, Bill Shaka here. Welcome to another edition of the 5-Minute Motivator. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, listen, I mentioned this in a previous episode. We've got some construction going on in the background. You see that little cabana there around the swimming pool. They've taken all the adobe tiles off of the roof and are redoing the roof, and then they're going to be reapplying the adobe tiles back to it. So I bring that up simply because if you hear some noises that sound like construction in the midst of this beautiful paradise, that's exactly what it is. It's construction. And on another point too, I got to tell you, I kind of feel sorry for these dudes. It's 100 degrees in the shade. Could you imagine what the temperature is on the top of a sun-beaten roof? Now, granted, this is their job. This is what they chose to do. So I don't necessarily feel overly sorry for them, but I feel sorry enough that today's probably not a great day to be a roofing expert in Costa Rica, for what it's worth. Okay. I get a lot of emails about how to jumpstart a corporate culture. These emails come from CEOs, COOs, executives, etc., that are looking to make changes in their corporate culture. And they're looking for advice from me. And they send me an email hoping that I'll respond to them and not charge them anything. and normally I don't. I'm just happy to give the advice when I can. Sometimes if I can't do as much as what I think I can do over an email or over a phone call, I say, listen, you got to get me out there. We need to talk. We need to work on a contract. But that's not really the issue behind what I'm doing. How to create a culture of abundance is what I'd like to talk about today. The email that I got talked about creating an open culture, talked about creative, conducive cultures, talked about all of these adjectives that go before the word culture. But how about the notion of an abundant culture? And I got to tell you, that email got me thinking. A culture of abundance. What is that? And if I had to actually put that succinctly, I would say that a culture of abundance is a culture where opportunities never stop. That means that you can be promoted upward. You can gain responsibility sideways. You can do whatever is necessary because abundance means that there's always additional opportunities. And we do so egoless. We do whatever is necessary to get the job done because we know that there's always abundance occurring. Pretty cool. How do you develop that? I have mentioned this in prior editions of the 5-Minute Motivator. My research into corporate culture deals with people's personalities. Basically, the culture is the summation, or at least a fractional summation, of everybody's personality within the organization. If the organization consists of one person, the culture is basically their personality. If a second person is hired, then the culture becomes so much of the first person, so much of the second person, until you get to the point where there's 100,000 employees, and then the CEO's personality has a lot more to do with the culture than anybody else, but yet it's all part of summing up personalities, behavioral traits that create the corporate culture. So the answer is, how do you create a culture of abundance? And I thought, boy, based on the research that I've done, the answer to that is pretty simple. It's to create personalities that are abundant. Do people feel as though they have abundance available to them? And not just at work, but everywhere. Now, if you remember my definition of happiness, health, wealth, love, self-expression, and I added a fifth category to that, social engagement. But if you are moving toward those attributes of happiness, you already have abundance coming to you. The whole notion for executives is to unlock the happiness quotient, and to allow that abundance to flow into the culture. I know this is kind of ephemeral, but hey, I only have 5 minutes, and I'm already at 4.5 minutes. Think about it. Building a climate of abundance, building a culture of abundance begins by building individuals that feel abundant. That's the moral to the story. Thanks a lot for watching. Look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Bye.